And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight, Video Productions presents the Raleigh County Boys Middle School Championship game between the Independence Patriots 17-1 and the Shady Tigers 15-2. Eric Thomas and Maddie Belcher will join me in a minute, but for right now we have Rusty Udy. And Rusty, you're the man about town when it comes to girls and boys middle school and high school sports. You seem like you definitely have got your ear to the ground and know what's going on. And we've had 3 games played here, and we had 2 pretty good games. The first game was the third-place game in the girls. Park beat Beckley Stratton 24-22, was that right? 28-24. I don't have it in front of me. And then Park boys in the third-place game rallied right from 17 down to win by 41-39, right?
Exactly.
And then the game we just had, congratulations to Shady Middle winning their second straight girls county championship, 46-27. So, Rusty, before we talk about the game that we're getting ready to have, let's go back and talk about the girls championship game. And I just thought that Shady just had too much balance for Independence. Independence was only getting scoring really out of 2 players.
Yeah, and you know, you can't, in a championship game, that makes it really tough. And I was really impressed with Shady's defense. I mean, you know, we know they can score it a little bit. Kendall Wickline's a big-time scorer. They got some balance there. And but their defense was really steady. And when you hold a team down like that, I mean, they didn't light the scoreboard up in the second half, but their defense was so good, Independence couldn't make any headway.
And that's another thing. They built a big enough lead. They led 29-13 at the half, and at one point in the third quarter, they were up as many as 20, even though Independence shaved 5 points off of that 20-point lead and made it a 15-point lead going into the fourth quarter. You're right. As good as defense as they played, I never felt that their lead was ever in jeopardy.
No, it really felt like Shady had, after that second quarter when they kind of separated the game, it really just never felt like Independence had. They just didn't have the horses to kind of pull back into the game.
Now we'll switch our attentions to what's getting ready to come up here in about the next 8 to 10 minutes. It's the boys middle school championship game. You have Independence 17-1. Their only loss was to Huntington. You have Shady, who is 15-2. Their 2 losses were to Independence. And the 2 games, the first game was the first game of the season, I was told. It was back on December the 11th at Independence. Independence beat Shady 50-40. But the last game, Rusty, just about a month ago, January the 22nd, at Shady, Independence only won that game by 3, 49-46. I think we're going to be in for a very good, entertaining game here tonight.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a lot more of what it was like in the second game. You know, you kind of wonder how the bigger floor is going to affect both teams. You know, it shoots a little different, gives you a little more space to operate. And, you know, we got some scorers out there. I mean, you know, Independence, you know, has got Isaiah Gordon, who has scored over 1,000 points in a middle school career, which is just – it's just mind-boggling.
It is.
I mean, to score 1,000 points in a middle school career, because you know we're not playing 22 games a year, so that's incredible. And of course, his dad was a really good basketball player too, and a great scorer in high school and college. But you know, he's tough. But these are 2 well-balanced teams. These are not, you know, just one-man teams, and that's going to be the key is the other guys. You know, who can step up and make something happen. And you know, there's a lot of familiar names out there. You know, Jace Lilly and. You know, people remember Braden Holstein, and sometimes if you blink, you kind of think you're looking at Braden Holstein out there. And then, of course, you got Jace Bailey, who was Jalen Bailey's brother from Shady, who's an all-state player. So, yeah, we got some really good players out there. The Byers kid from Independence is really good. The Likens kid's really good. I like both teams, their balance. I mean, I would be shocked if it's nothing more than a 2 or 3 point game tonight.
Well, Rusty, you know, great minds think alike. As you were talking, that's what I was thinking. As you were talking, I'm looking. You're right, a lot of scores out there. You know, and Isaiah Gordon, when I saw that he had scored over 1,000 points, and I know they don't play 22 games. They play 16 regular season, and you might get maybe 2 postseason games. I'm thinking, my gosh, he's going to have to score like 25 points a game for 3 consecutive years in order to score 1,000 points.
Yeah, and, you know, Independence has had good teams. I mean, they were county champs last year and trying to make it a double for them. And so they've had good players. He's not, like I said, it's not been a one-man game for this group. So for him to score like that has been really impressive, and kind of excited to see him play tonight. It should be a great one.
Yeah, you know, you're talking, before I let you go, Gordon at 24 a game. You got Byers for Independence at 12 and Connor James at 10. On the flip side, you're talking about scores. Shady's a leading scorer is Jace Lilly at 18 a game. You have Bailey at 13 a game. And then you have Hall on the cusp of double figures at 8 a game. So you're right. There's plenty of offense to go around. And, Rusty, before we let you go, put you on the spot a little bit, who do you think will be the X factors for each team tonight?
I really think it's going to be, Gordon for Independence, because, they're going to need him to score in big numbers tonight. I'm kind of interested to see how Shady comes, with what they try to do against him defensively. Is it going to be that let him get his and then guard all the rest, or are they going to put something on him? And then as far as, Shady goes, I think, you got some guys down the list there, with what his dad played at Woodrow. I can't think of his name right now, but those are the guys that's going to be key for Shady, the Hall kid. Jalen Hall.
Yeah, that's Corte Hall, right.
Yeah.
He's averaging 8 a game, like I said, on the cusp of double figures.
And I think, guys like that are going to have to, kind of step up for Shady, because, I think they're going to need a little extra to get that over the edge. And if they can get up in the 10, 12-point range, then that might be enough for Shady to get a job done.
Well, Rusty, we'll let you go. We always appreciate you coming by. Of course, you and I worked games in Summersville last week, and we'll be implementing you in more and more video productions. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, and when I say that, what I mean is the fact that, when you were working at Lou Press, and that part of your life now doesn't exist anymore because they don't have it. Right. I'm saying because we were so late in the season, it's hard to maybe kind of try to work you in, but we're working you in where we can, and because we're coming down the home stretch, rounding third, headed for home on the 20-25 basketball season.
It's a fun time, though. It's, we're starting to see a lot of, a lot of anticipation, because the postseason is going to be really deep this year, and it's going to be fun to watch.
All right, Rusty, we'll let you go. We've got to take a break. We're about 3 or 4 minutes away from tipping this boys middle school championship game. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, Chris, are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping.
I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. We're ready for the championship game between Independence 17-1, Shady 15-2. Shady will be the visiting team on the scoreboard, and for their starters, Maddie Belcher has the Shady Spring Tigers starters for the game tonight.
So tonight, Shady's starters are number 2, Braylon Davis, 24, Jalen Hall, 25, Jace Lilly, 44, Jace Bailey, and 45, Mason Adams.
So 15-2 Shady, their only 2 losses against Independence. And for the Patriots starting lineups, here's Eric.
Wow, and this Independence lineup is dotted with 3 double-figure scores. They go with 44, Jacob Fleming coming in at 5 a game, Maris. 25, Tristan Likens at 6. 20, KJ Vyers, who was a great running back for the football team, at 12 points a game. Connor James, number 12, at 10 points a game. And their big gun is Isaiah Gordon, coming in averaging 24 points a game.
And, you know, Eric, as I looked at that when I got this information getting here to the arena, I'm like, yeah, I remember a lot of these names from football, and that's why they've been so successful, because they've been really good football players, and that's translated to being good basketball players. So, and we got a lot of scoring as when we had the first segment, we had Rusty Udy on. You know, Eric and Maddie, you take a look at Shady. You got Jace Lilly at 18 a game. You got Jace Bailey at 13 a game, and then you got Jalen Hall at 8 on the cusp of double figures. And you also have Mason Adams right at 8 points a game as well. And then you flip the Independence, as you mentioned. Isaiah Gordon scored over 1,000 points for his middle school career this year. He's averaging 24 a game. And then you have Vyers at 12 a game and Connor James at 10 a game.
So I got a little nugget for you, too, that Mike Robertson, one of our good friends, told me, that the Jalen Hall kid, his dad really could fill it up.
Corte Hall. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember. In fact, I was doing Beckley radio at the time when back when Corte Hall was playing for Beckley. So the players are being introduced. Independence, of course, will be wearing the home white since they are the higher seed. And like I said, these 2 teams played twice in the regular season. It was the first game of the year back on December 11th. The game played at Independence was won by Independence, as both games were won, but they won that one 50-40. But Shady closed the gap just a month ago, Eric and Maddie. January the 22nd at Shady, it was 49-46. So I think, tonight, I think it's anybody, and you mentioned to me, Eric, and I don't know if you mentioned to me on air or off air, but I think all the pressure would be on Independence tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if that's the way I would coach it as well. I would go, hey, young men, we don't have anything to lose. All the pressure's on them to complete the sweep, the trifecta, and beating us. So I think if Independence comes out playing tight, advantage Shady early on.
And of course, Independence has size. Shady has size. So I think they're going to match up well. And like I said, the only 2 losses Shady had was the Independence, and Independence's only loss was, out of the area when they went to Huntington. So we think we're going to have a great championship game in middle school. By the way, there's been 3 other games played. Park Middle School won the 3rd place game in girls, 28-24 over Beckley Stratton. Then Park won the 3rd place boys game over Trap Hill, as Park overcame a 17-point deficit to win that game 41-39. And then the game we just had, the girls championship game, Shady Spring Middle wins it for the 2nd consecutive year. The Shady girls beat Independence 46-27. So really, Eric, this is the rubber match, because you said in our earlier game that Independence won the girls high school tournament game, right? So Independence won that. Shady won the girls' middle school game, so now this is the rubber match between the 2 schools, right?
Rivals, yeah.
Right, the 2 rivals.
So if these guys do that, the pressure would really be on both squads. Someone has to win the rubber match. So.
That's right. So we're ready to go. Shady wearing the traveling blue and gold, good-looking color scheme there, and in the center circle will be Jace Lilly. He's the team's leading scorer at 18 a game. And Independence breaking their huddle, and let's see who will get in the center circle for them. And they've got a couple, 3 or 4 players with size. They could use any one of the maybe 3 guys to get in the center circle.
Looks
Let's
like
see
Vires.
who they will use.
Looks like Vires.
It will be. KJ Vires will be in the center circle, and we're ready to go. 6-minute quarters for the Raleigh County Middle School Boys Championship. It's 15-2 Shady against 17-1 Independence. Ball's in the air, and the tip is controlled by Shady. They'll have first opportunity. So Independence, Eric, Maddie look like going to play man-to-man. A nice bounce pass inside, and it's going to be a held ball in the tie-up, and it'll go over to Independence.
Yeah, good intentions. Just I think the spacing was poor right there for the bounce pass. You know how I love my bounce passes to sneak through.
So here's Gordon, and he'll walk up. Like I said, he's the team's leading scorer, 24 a game. He went over 1,000 points, and that's hard to do in 6-minute quarters in middle school. And, you know, you don't play 20 games. And now we get the ball down low. Here's a 3, and it's up, and it's short, but an offensive rebound. The offensive rebound by James. And now Shady comes out of there with it.
And both teams, like I said, who can overcome this tightness early on, Maris, and will have the upper hand early.
So here's Davis with it. Finds Adams in the high post. They go down low. Nice little short shot. Won't go. Good look in the lane at that time by Hall, just not able to knock it down.
No, I think that was Lilly, Jace Lilly on that.
I beg your pardon, it was. You are correct. I'm sorry about that. It was Lilly. Here's Independence. Gordon with it. Trying to run a ball screen for him. Here's a deep 3 for the Patriots. It's good.
Yes.
From way downtown by Vires. And that was really right down the chute.
Long distance call by Vires.
I think you shot that from Coal City.
Yeah.
That was a deep 3.
Downtown Coal City.
Yeah, what if there is a downtown Coal City, right? Here's a turnover. Vires is able to pick it up on the move. And he throws it away. Shady back on the attack. Bailey in traffic, and what do we got? We got an offensive foul on Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey, that's the younger brother of Jalen Bailey for the high school, correct, Mary?
Right, that is correct. And then there's another Bailey. The youngest of the 3 Baileys was on the
Shady
on the elementary school this year.
Championship team.
Yes, that Maddie and I did back last fall.
Yes.
Last October.
Yeah, because I remember you telling me, like, hey,
yeah.
this. And you know what? Usually the youngest one, you know, gets all the tips from the 2 older brothers and usually ends up the best one.
So here's Independence on the attack.
Nice
Great
job.
backdoor cut and a score for Gordon. That was a beautiful play as Gordon was able to cut backdoor, take the pass, and lay it up and in. Well, you love it. That's real old school basketball on that last play.
That was just a good-looking pass, too.
Yeah, and great cut, too, and the timing and spacing was good.
Here's Davis with it now. We play 6 minutes in middle school. We're at the 3.5-minute mark of quarter number 1.
Well, it seems like Shady wants to keep the scoring down.
Nice drive by Bailey as he drives through downtown Coal City traffic and gets to the rim and lays it up and in.
No, that was that Ritter Drive traffic.
Yeah, that right, because that was heavy traffic.
He drove through all that heavy traffic
he did.
on Ritter Drive.
But since it was an Independence defense, he was able to get right to the rim and lay it up and in. Here's Gordon. He'll dial it up for 3. It's short, grazes the rim, and Bailey will clear the rebound for Shady. Here's Davis. Independence did a good job back in transition, trying to set a high ball screen here. Here in the near corner, 3. It goes in, a foul. That is Jalen Hall dialing up a 3, and he ties the game, and he can give Shady the lead with a 4-point play. Oh, my. We watched the replay. That was a nice-looking shot by Hall and got the shooter's touch. It hung on the rim, Eric, and Madden fell in. And now he can polish off a 4-point play, which he does.
Silky smooth shooting like his father, man. His father was one of the best around at knocking down the tray.
Corte Hall back in the 90s. Here's Gordon with it. Gordon on the attack. Byers on the baseline, attacks the basket, shot it a little strong, gets out of bounds. It'll stay with Independence.
Well, not only in the 90s, he won a national championship on Bob Boland's Mountain State squad.
Into 2003, maybe?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, he was a really big part of that. So here's Independence now with it. There's a drive, and there's a Shady foul. And let's see if that'll be in the act of shooting.
On the floor.
I think it's on the drive.
And that's going to be on Jalen Hall.
Yeah, that was James off the dribble trying to attack the basket.
So that's 2 team fouls for
Shady and 1 for Independence. There's a 16-footer straight away, in and out, no good. And that was a good look, just as Fleming not able to knock it down. Here's Davis from the corner. Spot up 3 on its way. It's short, grazes the rim. Good hustle by Bailey. Because all the Independence players, they just stood around and watched, and the fans don't like it, as they're going to say that he was out of bounds. I couldn't tell off the video.
Maybe go to the
because I'm too far down to see it off of our video as we watch the replay. But it looked like a good play live, as here's Gordon with it.
No, that was a great save.
Yeah, like I said, live, it looked like a great save. Here's Connor James on the drive. It won't go. Got his own rebound, and we got a whistle and a travel. So after they heard the boos on one end, now they get the cheers on the other.
Cheers, yeah, great call.
Yeah. Go from boos to cheers in one possession, right?
Yes.
All right, been a good first quarter coming up on the final 140 of it. Here's Davis. And it's a turnover. And James lost control of the ball as he overhands it, and Independence turns it right back over. So Bailey will put the ball in play. Independence going to show full court pressure. Ball comes into Hall, and he finds Davis. Here's Davis with it, backs it back out, and reset the offense. Bailey stumbled and bumbled and lost the ball. And it looked like the ball hit off his knee. Back the other way on the attack, and there's definitely a foul, and that's 2 shots. It's a hard foul, but a clean foul, as Connor James was going hard to the basket, and he'll get to the line to shoot a pair.
Way to stop right there if you're Connor, because I think if he just shoots a natural layup, that was going to get swatted, and he did a great job of enticing Jace Lilly to foul him.
So Connor will get to the free throw line. Connor James, he's averaging 10 points a game. And, Maddie, in a game like this, you can't give up layups. Even though that was a hard foul, it was a clean foul.
Right.
And Connor James able to make the first of 2 free throws to tie the game. And if he can hit this, it'll put Independence back in front. Even though we don't have a lot of scoring, I think we've had really intense action as the second free throw is no good. And once again, Maddie, there's that broadcaster's jinx.
I'm telling you, we're going to get tape and put on y'all's mouths when there's foul shots.
All right. Under a minute here remaining first quarter. Davis with it. Tries to get the ball down low. They do. Nice head and shoulder fake and a beautiful finish. Nice play by Jace Lilly. I love that play, Eric. The pick and roll, they dump the ball down to Lilly, and he's able to go through the contact, make the bucket, and draw the foul.
Yeah, and the foul was going to be on Tristan Likens, and that'll be his first, team's third.
And the three-point play is polished off, which is good. That time by Lilly, and extends the lead to Shady, a three-point advantage here in the final 40 seconds of the quarter.
Excuse me, team second. Team second.
Gordon dials it up for 3, and he can't hit. And Hall clears the rebound. Let's see if Shady will hold it for the final shot of the quarter in the last 30 seconds of here in quarter number 1. I think they will. I think this is smart to slow it down like this, Eric, and hold it for the final shot.
I said that earlier, if you can remember, with about 3 minutes to go in the quarter, and I think Shady's going to make it possession basketball and really try to get this lead and make Independence do something they're not used to doing, playing from behind.
And another thing, too, that's another reason you want to do it because you got the lead. Bailey right down the lane, tacks the basket, left it short. Offensive rebound is up and in. Nice play.
Mason Adams with the cleanup.
Adams, and that's the end of the first quarter as Shady has a nice little run there as they break a 6-6 tie, and a 5-0 run gives Shady a 5-point lead at the end of one. It's Shady 11 and Independence 6. Back with the second quarter up next on Video Productions.
Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is that they're all unique. Every nugget you look at is its own different special little nugget. They're great for any occasion, but especially holidays. When you don't have enough time, when you need something quick, that flavor is always popping.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. Also, the game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. And if you need a plumber, you need to dial up Modley's at 304-253-HELP. All right, ready to go to the second quarter. Shady, Eric, and Maddie finished the first quarter on a 5-0 run to take a 5-point lead into the second quarter, leading 11-6. So Independence will have the first possession of quarter number 2. That's a tough shot, and it draws nothing but glass.
Yeah.
And, you know, that time that was Connor James thinking he got fouled, but that's a good no call.
But the thing is, you got to play through it, and we've seen this a lot more lately, reacting to calls. That's not going to help you get a call the next time.
Right, that's not going to help you get the next one.
It's definitely not.
And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with
what
Shady.
You want to about refs. They're human beings. If you try to show the ref up, he who has the whistle has the last laugh.
And in this case, he or she, because we do have a young lady out there refereeing the game tonight. So we got to get that in right. Maddie got to have a little female power, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, here's Hall with it. Shady tightrope in the sideline. And Independence is like they really turned up the defense as Bailey's having a hard time with the possession. Here's Lilly on the drive. And he'll get into the lane, put up the short shot. It won't go, but there's Adams on the glass.
And Adams has been a big key to this game early on with second chance shots and possession.
Yeah, here's a baseball pass, and that's to nobody.
Yeah, that was a Tom Brady, Randy Moss pass right there.
Well, that was a overthrown, Patrick Mahomes overthrown pass in the Super Bowl is what that was. And I think the way that pass was, Eric and Maddie, you needed Randy Moss to catch that pass.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe Randy Moss on a ladder to catch that pass. All right, here's Hall. Puts it on the deck, gets into the lane. They cut him off. Lilly on a hard drive to the basket, splits the defenders, puts it up off the glass too strong, and Byers clears the rebound for Independence. They got to get Gordon going. You know, he's averaging 24, and he gets into the lane and on cue, but he can't knock it down. But he has not been able to really do much offensively through the first quarter and part of this second quarter.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with the way Shady's playing their defense. They're trying to make someone else beat them.
Right.
So right now, Gordon is really searching for his shot. So that's going to – if you're out, you average 24 a game, you start pressing a little bit. I've been there.
Yeah.
If you're not scoring, you're going to try to get the ball in the bucket somehow.
Lilly with the pull-up, he left it short, and that will commit the foul on the other end.
And that's going to be on Jace Lilly.
Yeah, like I said, he left the shot short on the offensive end. He commits a foul on the defensive end. That's his second personal. It'll be the team's first of the quarter.
And that's big right here. Do you leave him in with 4:06 to go in this quarter? Because that was a silly reach right there.
Yeah, and I think he was frustrated because he missed the shot on one end and he committed a foul on the other. Here's Gordon. A guy said that they got to get going. Team's leading scorer 24 a game.
And you see the philosophy right now. If you're Shady, you're doing the right thing. They're not helping whoever's guarding. I think Bailey right now has the task of guarding Gordon, and he's not leaving him. Once Gordon gives the ball up, he's not getting a good look at it.
As Redmond will check into the lineup, we got a 30-second timeout. So while we got the 30 seconds, we'll tell you that the game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent. She takes care of me. She'll take care of you as well. Also, the game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel, the Old Country Store, locations in Beckley and Princeton. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you want Cracker Barrel. Game tonight also was brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. You can dial up Luke or Richmond, the broker, 304-256-0101. And last but certainly not least, Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company offers a no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company matching 401k plan. All right, out of the timeout, Independence will have the ball under their own basket. And we played 2+ minutes, Maddie and Eric, and neither team has scored here in the second quarter.
And it bodes well right now, Maddie, for Shady, because you want this game, I think, in the 40s. You want to keep it in the 40s.
And if it stayed in the 30s, I don't think Shady would mind.
Don't mind that. You know what that means, that the 24-point scorer is not getting 24
That's
points.
That's right. There's a nice scoop shot to the rim, but it is left short. That was a good take by Byers, but he couldn't get it to go. He got the ball back, and now we got a Shady foul, and I think they'll get Adams for the foul.
Yeah, and that will be on the floor.
And Adams will get whistled for the foul.
Yeah, and that's the only thing right now. The fouls are piling up for Shady. I mean, that's Adams first, but you got both big guys with a common foul.
So they have to throw the ball all the way back into the backcourt under their own basket. And here's Gordon into the lane. Puts the short shot up, needs a roll, won't get it. Battle for the loose ball. Going up, the shot is up, but still won't stay down. And Byers, man, he had a couple of really good looks, and that one just wouldn't go.
Did you notice on that possession, though, they're really trying to get Gordon going because Byers had a layup and turned around and threw it to the
Gordon
trail.
In traffic. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It was really congested in there.
Yes, it was congested.
Yeah.
That's a nice play by Davis as he takes it on the baseline and scores. Biggest lead of the game right here at 7. And, Eric, I don't know because we haven't seen Independence middle, but I bet Independence, other than maybe the game they lost, probably didn't trail by 7 points hardly all this season, as there's a missed shot as the putback is good. Good job by Connor James as he cleans up the miss from Gordon. And James will get to the line and try to polish off a three-point play and a much-needed basket for Independence.
And I think that's going to be whistled on Hall. If it is, that'll be his second.
So, as you said, the fouls are starting to mount up on Shady. They've got multiple players with 2 fouls each.
Yeah, they didn't put that up on the board that time, but that was on Hall.
I do believe it was, as Connor James will step to the free throw line.
No, it's worse. They gave it to Jace Lilly.
Yeah, so you figure he's got to come out of the game, but he's still on the floor. But that's his 3rd foul.
Well, if you couldn't trust him to play with
2, you can't trust him with 3. With 2:47 to go, as the free throw is missed by James.
I would have to take him out right
Yeah,
now.
I would have taken him out on the free throw. Here's Bailey with it.
I will run clock here.
Down low to Adams. They triple team in the post. Adams throws it. You got to be careful, and Bailey I beg your pardon. Lilly turns it over. Nice hard take to the basket, but couldn't finish. Offensive rebound. The putback is up and in by Byers.
Byers is a good-looking athlete.
Yes.
Of course, we saw him in football, so we know what he can do. On the gridiron.
So Independence able to put a couple of possessions together where they've been able to score. Here's Adams, head of the lane. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the half. Davis on a drive, tacks the basket up and under, it won't go as Gordon comes out of there with the rebound. Long pass ahead, beautiful catch, lay it up and in. A beautiful play as Byers scores again, and Shady wants a timeout. So it's a 6-0 run by Independence to cut the lead to 1, and we'll keep it here. 30-second timeout, and tell you that the game tonight is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night, and only $15 a person. And you can call 304-253-7328 to reserve your lanes. Well, Maddie, right now after Shady looked like they had some momentum, they had built a 13-6 lead. All of a sudden, the last 6 points belong to Independence.
Yeah, I think Shady, like you said, they had momentum at the beginning of the game, but I think in the last couple of minutes they kind of just slowed down a little bit, and I don't know if that's because maybe, they've had so many fouls and they're starting to get, in their head about it. But, yeah, Independence has definitely done a great job at just kind of pulling ahead, and they've been doing really good at, getting layups and getting, little twos that help them, get past Shady almost.
And, Eric, if you're Shady now, how do you regain the momentum after you had it there? You had a 7-point lead. It's been now 10-1.
Yeah, but you still have the lead, so play like you have the lead. I think you go back to what got you this lead, Maris and Maddie. I think you go back to spacing. And Bailey's been doing a good job off the dribble, getting into the paint.
Right.
But I think the biggest mistake right now, and I hope it doesn't come back to bite Shady, with 1:48 to go, 3 fouls
on Lily. And he's still out there on the floor. So you got to trust him. And like you said, Eric, they didn't trust him or couldn't trust him with twos. That doesn't go. And Adams will clean it up, and Adams will miss. Shady had a couple of good looks. A good look from the corner was too strong, and Adams's putback was too strong. For the lead, the shot up and in.
6 straight for Vyers.
And he's really kind of taken over the game. And it's an 8-0 lead, or 8-0 run rather, for a 1-point lead for Independence. Bailey, as you mentioned, off the dribble. He has been good off the dribble. Here's Hall. The ball's knocked out of bounds. That's good defense that time by Connor James. So it just seemed like, you blink your eye. It was 13-6 when Davis hit that shot on the baseline. And next thing you know, Maddie and Eric, Independence has ran off 8 in a row to regain the lead by 1.
Yeah, and we just showed Vyers' last driving layup.
Bailey around the screen. That's an illegal pick, and that's Adams. That'll his second foul.
Second foul, yep. And I said yep on that one because, he went to the contact. You can't stick this hip out, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just that lean, that little lean. It's correct call.
Right. You're going to call that every time.
But, a lot of times it's on the guy that's getting the screen set for you. You have to run your defender to the pressure.
Gordon will dial it up for 3. It won't go. They crash the offensive boards, and the ball squirts out over to Davis for Shady. Shady with a chance to regain the lead and a nice defensive play. And that play was by Connor James. And here comes Independence. Gordon spins into the lane. Here into the corner. 3 ball on its way. Good! The 3 is good, and the 3 ball knocked down by Likens.
He got that shot off quick, too.
Yes.
That was just a really good play.
And great dish by Gordon right there as he went and spun. I thought he was going to try to force up a shot, but made a great assist.
Right now, Independence currently on 11-0 run, playing the final 15 seconds of the half. And what do we got? They're going to call it on Independence. That easily could have been the 4th foul on Lily.
Yeah. That is a strong take.
Yes.
As we see the 3 from the corners. Likens lights it up from the corner.
Byers gets whistled for his second personal foul, but I'll tell you what, Eric, had they called whatever they called, I think I would have went. Like if they'd have said that was a charge, I would have said good call. They called it a block. I say good call.
Yes.
So the final 10 seconds of the half. And Independence has been good this end of the floor, and that's what's got them back into the lead. And what do we got? We got a held ball. The arrow will keep it with Shady with 3.8. So Shady will still have another chance. I don't know why they're walking to the other end of the floor. They need to pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on.
That shows you nobody that right now.
They're not in the game.
Shady is out of sorts.
Yeah, they're out of sync right now. 3.8. Here's Hall. He'll dial it up for 3. Straight away. It's no good. The tip is no good. And at the half, Independence will take a 4-point lead into the locker room. They were down 7. They lead by 4 as they go on 11-0 run to close the half in a low-scoring but a lot of action at the break in this boys middle school championship game. It's Independence 17, Shady 13. We'll be back with the Massey Power Sports halftime show on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping.
I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Midstate Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Midstate Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Midstate Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Midstate Ford in Summersville, MidstateFordWV.com.
Back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. We're having fun here at courtside. I'm Maris Lowry with Maddie Belcher and Eric Thomason. At the break, it's a 17-13 lead for Independence in this boys middle school championship game. But it was a tale of 2 quarters because it was an 11-6 Shady lead at the end of the first quarter, and they built that lead to 13-6, Maddie, before Independence scored the final 11 points of the half, and to take not just the lead, but a lot of momentum into the locker room with them.
Yeah, I think Independence definitely had a big run on Shady towards the end of that half. Even just with KJ Vyers, he had 6 points alone in that. And I think that Shady, like we said right before the break, I think Shady's kind of starting to get out of sorts. Maybe they're not really losing their head. That's not in the game right now. I think in this second half, if Shady wants to, keep this.
Trying to get the momentum back.
Yeah. I think if they're trying to get the momentum back, then they definitely need to refocus and zero in on this game.
All right, at the break, it's a 4-point lead for Independence, 17-13. We'll take another break here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers with Eric, and we'll do it on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, Chris, Are you snowed in too?
Nah, man, I'm staying nice and warm from the heat coming off all these deals at Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall.
Oh, good for you, man.
For limited time, get up to $10,500 off remaining 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali's.
Hey, can I come over there?
Sure, man.
Oh, this is a lot warmer.
GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back into the Raleigh County Convention Center. What's been an exciting but yet low-scoring first half. Independence on 11-0 run as they took that and the momentum to the locker room with them. They lead 17-13 in this boys middle school championship game. We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half, and inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me an ice cold Pepsi right about now. And Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, the number of the night right now was the 2 points that Shady was held to in that second quarter after jumping out to 11-6 lead after one. Balance for Independence is the key right now, as KJ Vyers has really taken over and took control of that second quarter. He has 9 points, 6 of it coming in the second quarter. Isaiah Gordon, the team's leading scorer, came in averaging 24 a night. He has 2 right now in the first half. Connor James has 3 and Tristan Likens 3. So 4 players doing work for Independence. Good balance for Shady, but they just didn't have enough of it happening in the second quarter. Jalen Hall leads the way with 4 points as he missed that 3 right before the half. I thought it looked good when it left his hands. I thought it was going to go in. He has 4. Jace Lilly has 3. Braylon Davis has 2. Mason Adams 2. And Jace Bailey with 2.
Well, Eric and Maddie, here's a thought that I have, and we'll get your take after I tell you what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking that if I'm Coach Gordon in the locker room, you're thinking, look, my leading scorer, Isaiah Gordon, gets you 24 a night, 1,000-point score, and he got 33 points in his last regular season game. And he's only got 2, and yet you're still up 4. I would think that would be encouragement to the troops if you're Independence. And Maddie will have your take first, and then we'll hear what Eric's got to say about that.
Yeah, I definitely, agree. Like we said earlier in the game, it looked like the other teammates on Independence were trying to get Gordon fired up. They would be right there at the basket, and they would dish it to him, hoping that he would make a shot. And I think, there's still another half left in this game. He could very well get warmed up and get, hot in his shot. But I think, like you said, it could be encouraging to the rest of the team. Players like KJ Vyers has done really well in stepping up and, making his shots.
So, Eric, what your take is, because I'm thinking if I'm Independence, at least if I were the coach, I'm thinking, look, our best guy, usually night in, night out, getting you 24. He only has 2, and yet we're up 4.
Yeah, and I think the thing, he has to walk a thin line here, though. You don't want the guys looking for Gordon. I think KJ Vyers and I think Connor James have to do what they've been doing.
Right.
Really keep getting their shots off. I mean, if you're winning the game, you're up. You got to do what you're doing, because Shady's going to concentrate on not letting him get off.
Right.
That being Isaiah Gordon.
Right.
So those guys have to continue to make shots. And on the flip side, my take is, if you're Shady, I think you should be fired up. You're down 4, but it's not what they did. It's what you did to yourself in that second quarter.
That's right.
So I think I'm looking forward to this third quarter, this chess match, to see what goes on.
Right now with the score at 17-13, you were talking about maybe get the game, you said, what, up in the 40s? I think right now, honestly, the way the game's went, I think 35 might be enough to win this game.
38.
Yeah, somewhere in there that might be enough to win the game. The third place game, it was 41-39 that Park beat Trap Hill. And this game, I think, has potentially to come down to that type of game. Maybe not score as much, but could come down to like maybe the last shot.
Yeah, and Shady's squeezing the ball. Wouldn't you agree, Maddie?
Yeah.
But right now, we'll see if that momentum will carry over to the second half. That's one thing, too, Maddie and Eric, when you have momentum like that and you take the lead, into the locker room and you're on 11-0 run and you're up 4, you have that momentum. Sometimes when you have a break, it might kind of channel that momentum a little bit, and then sometimes, you have to reestablish it when you start the second half.
Yeah, that's the beauty and, like, the curse of a halftime. You can be, hot and have momentum, and then that 10-minute break, it's like, kind of puts a pause on it. It can be kind of hard to get back in that groove. And hopefully, if you're Shady, maybe you take that half that halftime when you went in the locker room, and maybe this will help you, get refocused and kind of build your momentum back up.
All right, we're ready to start the second half. 17-13 the lead for Independence. Independence won both regular season games. December 11th at Independence, they beat Shady 50-40. And at Shady, January 22nd, won 49-46. So, Eric, when you hear those scores, it really went – I'd say by today's middle school, that probably is pretty decent high scoring, 50-40, 49-46.
Yep.
But I don't know that we're going to get that any one of these teams is going to get to 40 here tonight.
For one, Shady's really squeezing the possessions as they should. And Shady can't afford – this first 2 minutes is going to be key of this quarter because Shady can't afford to let Independence extend this lead because they'll have to play faster than they want to.
So Virus will put the ball in play to Connor James and Ray start the second half. Independence with the first possession. And like I said, going back into the first half, they're currently on 11-0 run. And they almost throw it away, and they do, as Hall comes up with the steal. Down low, Lilly puts up the shot. He couldn't get it to go point blank and just left it short.
Yeah, and you can't pick up a silly foul right here.
Here's Gordon with it. Gordon attacks into the lane, puts up the short shot and scores. So now it's a 13-0 run going back into the first half for Independence. And Independence is extending the defense something a little different than what we saw in the first half. But they get the ball down low to Adams. His shot's altered, but the putback won't go. He got his own rebound again. He's tied up as Adams hits the deck, and the arrow will keep it with Shady.
Yeah, and right there, to start the half, guys, 2 chip layups.
They should have made, yes. And, Eric, like you said, it wasn't anything that Independence done to Shady during this 13-0 run. It's what Shady just not inability to convert.
And they're not executing.
Here's Davis with it. They looks to be a zone. No, actually it's a man-to-man. Here's Hall on the drive. They double team him. They get the ball down low to Adams, and then they have to throw it back out and reset the offense.
They're holding the ball, not swinging it.
Yeah, Bailey will attack the basket with the left hand. He left it short. So it just in this third quarter alone, look how many they had 3 right at the rim.
Well, you could say 4.
Convert. Yeah, on the putback.
Yes,
that's right. They're not able to convert. And right now, I think this is a danger zone for Shady. Gordon will spot up 3 on its way. Good! Right down the chute. And it's a 16-0 Independence run going back into the first half. And Shady turns it over. Right now, Eric and Maddie, looks like Shady's coming apart at the seams.
Yeah, they're really falling apart.
I think especially if Isaiah Gordon continues to make his shots, that's even more that Shady's going to have to answer to.
Is Kyle Melee will check into the ball game for Shady, getting his first action of the night. But right here, Eric, I think with this possession and Maddie, Shady's got to get a stop. They got to get stops, and then they got to start making shots. So here's Independence on the attack. Byers in between 2 players, puts up the shot and scores a very difficult shot. And a 15-0 run by the Patriots, and they've taken control of this game here into the second half.
And Byers is into double figures with 11.
Here's Hall wanting a screen. They jump out on him. And they're making Shady's offense start way out high, down to Melee in the paint. Throw the ball. There's the shot from the foul line, doesn't go. Mason doesn't get it to go, but Lilly will draw the foul and get to the line.
Tremendous rebound by Lilly right there, but still got to convert these. He has 3 points, and he came in averaging 18, so he really needs to get going.
Yeah, that was Mason Adams that missed the shot initially, and Lilly able to clean it up, and he'll get to the line, and the first free throw is good. So with that made free throw, Eric and Maddie, that will stop the bleeding for the moment, as it was a 16-0 run by Independence going back into the first half. Lilly's second free throw on its way. He missed it. He got 1 of 2. And the long rebound comes out to Byers. Byers attacks the basket, has the shot partially blocked, and Shady comes out of there with it. A lot of contact. That's going to be an Independence foul right there. And, Shady.
Take your pick. I think it's going to be whistled on Gordon.
We watch the replay. But that's clearly an Independence foul.
No, Byers.
So Byers now will pick up his 4th personal foul.
Wow. I had him with 3. I must have missed one. That's big.
That's huge. Shady's cut it to 10.
Big turn of events right here.
Yeah.
And now looks like they're extending to, no, it's still man-to-man.
There's Trip Lilly checks into the ball game for Independence. Here's Hall with it. He walked. He just turned it over himself. Once again, just an unforced error. Just nothing that the defense did there. He just like the ball kind of like slipped out of his hand.
Use your words from earlier, bumbling, stumbling
yeah, bumbling,
around.
stumbling around. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, when you look at it, you're like, there was really no defender that caused that. Gordon off a ball screen. Dials up from downtown. Got it right down the chute. And Gordon, like I said, Eric, he had only 2 at the break, and they were up 4. You had to feel good if you're Independence, and now he's heating up here in the 3rd quarter. But Shady's they missed a lot of easy shots as they missed that one. Lilly missed them. He missed the first one, got his rebound, missed it again, and draw the foul. They've missed at least 6 shots within a foot of the basket here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you have to finish. You have to finish those. You have a chance to have an and one. You can't get back into the game as missing layups.
So Jace Lilly at the line to shoot 2. The first one's good, and you got to cash in at the free throw line. The last time Lilly was at the line, he went 1 for 2. So when you're behind.
Did they whistle that foul on Trip Lilly? Clearly on Gordon.
Well, I'm not sure. But Lilly this time only goes 1 for 2 at the line as he did last time. And the lead is 12 as Independence has possession of the ball. 2.5 remaining here in the 3rd. And there's a Shady foul as they double-team Gordon. And take your pick, either Hall or Bailey there.
Yep.
And let's see who they call it on.
Bailey.
Bailey, and that'll be his second. It'll be the team's first here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, foul trouble.
So here's James with it, and he'll hand the ball to Gordon. James spot up 3 on its way. Good. And now it's a 30-15 lead. They've doubled them up. And we've got a timeout, a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:13 for the 3rd. As we go to break, we see this 3-ball knocked down that time by Connor James. It's a 30-15 lead for Independence. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
Incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Armory. And boy, they're rocking here, the big crowd. And the Independence fans are really whooping it up. Eric and Maddie, they've opened up a 15-point lead with a strong 3rd quarter as they lead 30-15. And this has been a big quarter. They came out of the locker room. You know, they took the momentum into the locker room, and they brought the momentum back out with them to start the 2nd half. So out of the timeout, here's Hall with it for Shady. Looks over the defense.
Shady's picking the dribble up.
Way too high.
Way too high. I mean, just discombobulated right now offensively.
Yeah, they've been not able to convert into the lane. There's a drive on the baseline. Lilly attacks the basket and finishes the ball. Just hung on the iron and rolls around, and Lilly able to score. That previous baseline shot for Shady. That was taken by Melee, and he wasn't able to hit. Here's a 3 up, no good. That 3-ball put up by Connor James. Here's Shady on the move. The pass ahead to Lilly. He can't handle it, but it goes right to Hall. Melee for 3. Got it.
My man came off the bench and said, let me ignite this offense a little bit.
And now Independence wants a timeout, and just like that, a quick 5-0 run by Shady, all of a sudden to get that 15-point lead to 10 as we watch the 3-ball right here in the far corner right there, a splashdown. 30-second timeout. So we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company are always looking for new employees, and they offer a no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Also, the game tonight is brought in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond, the broker, you can dial him up at 304-256-0101. Well, Maddie and Eric, just like that, with a 2 and then a 3, and a quick 5-0 spurt by Shady. All of a sudden, from being down 15 to only down 10.
And the thing, and Maddie, you're going to agree with this, the thing is, they've had a chance, that being Shady, they've missed 6 to 7 layups. And a couple of the free throws that they shot could have been, 1 plus the bonus,
right.
Scoring plus the bonus.
I was just thinking a couple minutes ago, it was literally like 2:10 on the clock. I thought to myself, the only shots that they have made are 2 foul shots.
Exactly right.
And then they went and made 2 more shots.
Here's Gordon with it. We're under a minute for the third. Gordon spins, tacks the basket. It's blocked from behind. That's a tremendous block by Bailey as he came in from behind to swat Gordon's shot as he made a drive left of the lane that time.
And that was a little bit of a force the offense right there.
Yeah, because there wasn't nothing there. He was trying to maybe kind of.
There's 2 people guarding him. So
trying to bullish his way to the basket. There wasn't nothing there. Gordon will inbound on the baseline. And we'll throw the ball back out to Connor James. James off the dribble, spins into the lane, lost his balance, and he turns it over. And they could have called a walk, Eric, but nevertheless.
Yeah, let him play.
Independence turns it over. Here's Hall. Hall's shot is blocked, and now they call a foul. They call a foul on Trip Lilly. And even though it was a late foul, as we say all the time, because it's late doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
I think it
was a good call.
The initial block, but
Watch
on
the
the
replay.
follow-through, you got to. Maybe got him with the hand down low.
So that'll get Hall to the free throw line, and that's what the official is saying. Even though she got it late, I think she got it right. But it doesn't matter what we think. It's what they call is the free throw is no good. Maddie, you heard, and Eric, you've heard me say it many times. There's a lot of officials in the building, but only 3 of them count.
Well, I was about to say, what did Eric say earlier? He who has the whistle has the last word.
That's right. And he makes 1 of 2, does Hall, and all of a sudden it's single digits.
Good-looking stroke by Hall.
Yeah.
Even the first one that rimmed out, nice form.
And, Eric and Maddie, I think this is a huge defensive possession for Shady because they can go into the fourth quarter down single digits after being down as many as 15 in this third quarter.
They have some life, right?
As Independence will hold it for the final shot. Here's James on the drive, and the ball is tipped. But they do get the ball into the corner. That 3 won't go by Lilly. Offensive rebound back to Gordon. He'll dial it up straight away. It doesn't go. We got a foul on the rebound, and what do we got?
It's going to be against Independence.
I'm waiting to see.
Maybe not.
I'm not sure.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure what they called. I don't think they called a foul, Eric. I'm not sure what they called. But Shady's, I guess they did call a foul. I beg your pardon. I never saw him go to the scorer's table to record the foul. Shady's got to hurry. Here's Bailey with it. Last 7 seconds of the third. Bailey on the drive into the lane. Bailey tacks the rim, puts the ball up, and he'll draw the foul with 2.4.
Great aggressive drive by Bailey. He wasn't going to be denied. I mean, he had his head down, and that's what you had to do, be aggressive.
Right, and Maddie and Eric, if he can make both of these and cut it to 7 after being down 15, I think that's all you could ask for Shady, and that's even more if you can cut the lead in half going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they've done a great job of being aggressive and staying in it.
So here's Bailey. He'll shoot a pair with 2.4 left in the third. First on its way, looks good and is.
And Bailey comes in averaging 13 a game, Maris, and that's only his third of the contest. But he's done a lot defensively because he's been guarding Isaiah Gordon and made it real tough for him to score.
Second free throw's good. It's a 9-0 run for Shady here in the final 2.4. James gets the ball across midcourt, and he doesn't get the shot off in time. And at the end of 3, your score is Independence 30, and Shady 23 in this boys Raleigh County Middle School Championship game. We'll take a break. Back with the fourth quarter up next on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center as Shady closes that quarter on an 8-0 run. They were down as many as 15, Eric and Maddie. They were down 30-15. And with that 8-0 run, carry momentum into the final 6 minutes here of the fourth quarter. And they cut the lead basically in half, 30-23. And, you know, Eric, I was thinking if you're down 15, if you can just get it to 10 or maybe just to 9, but they were able to really cut it in half. And they did a good job of that. Most of that, well, all of it actually came in the last, 2+ minutes right there left in the quarter. So we're ready to start the fourth quarter as Gordon will put the ball in play. 6 minutes remaining here in regulation. And the ball comes in to Connor James.
And what you can't do, and I like this change by Coach Gordon. Although they turned it over.
Turned it over on the first possession.
He took Isaiah off the ball, but they turned it over. But I think that's something you need to do because he was engaging and trying to force a little bit there late.
And you were talking about Isaiah Gordon. Yeah, his son. And now that time, that could have easily been a foul on James as he's all over Lilly. Lily's going to have to hurry to get it across the midcourt stripe, and they just do. A nice heads-up play by Hall to pass the ball and then get it back.
If he'd have dribbled, it would have been 10.
As Hall goes to the rim and lays it up and in. And it's a 10-0 Shady run going back to the third quarter. They've cut the lead to 5. This is what we thought we would have. Here's Connor James. Hall's come up lame as he's hurt. Here's a shot put up, doesn't go. The rebound comes out, and it's got Gordon able to get it. But Hall looked like he came up a little lame there.
Yeah,
he was hopping around.
It turned over to offense, and he healed up real quick.
Yeah. There's a travel, and they don't call it. And the putback doesn't go. That was KJ Byers. But I thought he got away with one. Here's Bailey to the rim, and he lays it up and in.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, Shady's come roaring back. They were down 30-15.
That's what I hear, that Tiger roaring.
Yes. Gordon for 3. It's short. The rebound to Shady's Lilly. 4.5 to go in regulation. And right now it's a 12-0 Shady run going back into the third quarter. And Bailey better hurry up and get the ball across the midcourt stripe. He looked like he was really taking his time walking it up. Bailey around the screen, into the lane, tacks the rim with the left hand. It doesn't go, but he draws the foul. Wow. If he could have made that, he could have had a chance to tie it at the line.
Yes.
But now the momentum has definitely switched to the blue and gold of Shady.
And it has, and they've done it the right way. Nice high ball screen right there, Maris, by Jace Lilly. And my man, Jace Bailey, is really getting downhill and getting to the rim. He's been the key to this run. Jace Bailey.
Bailey at the line to shoot a pair. And like I said, I like his take off the drive. When he puts the ball on the floor, the dribble drive penetration, able to get to the rim. He makes the first of 2, and he's cut the lead to 2. And Shady's come roaring back. They were down 30-15 with 2 and some change left in the third. And he got them both, and all of a sudden it's a 1-point game. How about that? A 14-0 run for Shady going back into the third quarter to cut Indy's lead down to 1. And here's a steal, and now restolen and a foul and incidental contact, but you got to call it.
Right. Yeah. And I actually think that worked out for Shady, that was a foul. Look at all the Independence players here.
Yeah, you can see the numbers.
Hey, they had numbers. Look, if he gets that, that's going to be a layup. There's a player beyond camera view. See?
As Kyle Malays gets whistled for the Shady foul. That'll be the first foul, his first and the team's first of this fourth quarter. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, Independence with a 1-point lead. They haven't scored in almost 4 minutes.
And now it seems like they're getting tight.
Yep. Here's a 3-ball. It's short. Battle for the loose ball. They go down on the floor. The arrow will give it to Shady, and Shady will have an opportunity to take the lead here.
And the young man, Jalen Hall, is trying to say, I called a timeout, but save your timeout. Don't fight with the ref. He was like, I was calling the timeout, but you had possession of the basketball.
Eric and Maddie, Shady's not led since it was 13-12, almost at the end of the first half. And now with this possession, they have a chance to regain the lead. As Hall with the floater shoots for the lead, and he got it. Hall knocks down a 3, and it's a 16-0 Shady run.
That was a 2.
Right, I beg your pardon. Knocks down a 2. Gordon into the lane, forces a shot up. It goes in. He's fouled. And after Shady had ran off 16 in a row, Gordon gets into the lane, and he was able to force that shot up through the contact, get the hoop and the harm.
Well, you had to know that Isaiah Gordon was going to take the shot.
And that will be –
and a clear foul.
Yeah, and that will be Bailey's third. Gordon's free throw is no good, and Lilly clears the boards for Shady.
Circle that. 3:20 to go. That's a big miss.
I can't believe that wasn't a foul. He almost got pushed in my lap, Maddie and Eric. A battle of loose balls down the lane. The tip shot doesn't go. The tip doesn't go. The putback won't go. A second shot, third shot, count if it goes, and this one does.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Bailey stays right with it. I beg your pardon. Lilly stays right with it, able to put it up 3 times, and he finally got it to go.
Once, twice,
3 times. But Eric and Maddie, you saw it on that drive up here.
It's going to be the 4th attempt.
Yeah, on that drive up here, Bailey almost got knocked into my lap, and they didn't call a foul. And that was clearly a foul.
Wow.
So, wow, what a game. And even 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Shady with a 1-point lead. And I'm not sure what the holdup is. Maybe they're cleaning up a little perspiration in the lane.
I'm sweating over here.
As Lilly will try to polish off a 3-point play. His last 4 attempts, he was 2 of 4. And the free throw on its way is good. It's a 19-2 run for Shady, and that gives him a 2-point lead. It's nervous time. They get the ball to Gordon. And here comes the double team. They want to get the ball out of his hands. And here's a drive by James off the glass. It won't go. Battle for the rebound, and Shady comes out of there with it as Adams clears the rebound. Bailey on the move, and that's clearly a foul. That was clearly a foul on Connor James. I can't believe he didn't think he fouled. I know it's an emotional game, but he clearly fouled.
Well,
and actually,
anytime you reach across the ball.
Actually, Eric, Matt, you'll agree, that was a foul, but that was a less than a foul than the one they didn't call when he almost got bumped and landed in my lap.
Hey, this is a possession now. Let's see what Coach Davis does. I mean, I'm going to play like I have the lead. Because a couple more fouls, you're in the bonus.
Yeah, and that's why if you're Shady, you want to be in attack mode. Coming up on 2:15. There's a drive. Melee for 3 on its way. It's short. Byers with the rebound for Independence.
No, man, right there I don't think I would have taken the shot.
No, here's a steal. Lilly, and the ball gets over his head. He lays it up and in. He lost control of the ball and able to get it back. And Shady is up 4. 36-32. Give the ball to Gordon. A deep 3. I mean, that's an ill-advised shot. That's 40 feet, Eric and Maddie. There's no way he probably should have taken that. No way he should have taken that shot.
No way. No way you take that shot.
And now Shady with all the momentum. A timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout with 1:42 left in regulation. A 4-point Shady lead, 32-36. And you know, Eric and Maddie, I wrote down here, I didn't write down the time, but I know it was a little more than 2 minutes. It was like 2:15 left in the third. Shady was down 30-15. And since then, they've outscored Independence 21-2.
So let me, and I circled a time in the contest. It was a big play, and I wrote it down and circled it. Remember when Isaiah Gordon went and almost had a chance for the and one? He missed it with 2:10 to go. That's when Shady went immediately down and scored and got an end on the other end.
That's what it was. 2:10 left in the third. They were up 30-15, and now Shady leads 36-32 and the ball. And if you're Shady,
4-point lead.
Right.
Here's
you
what you do
attack.
if you're Shady. You have to get the ball into Bailey's hands. He needs to break the initial pressure, dribble back out. I'm going to the free throw line. You have good free throw shooters in Hall and in Bailey.
Right.
I am, with 1:42 to go, I'm not putting the shot up unless it's a layup.
Right.
So Shady's got to get it in, which they do. They get it to Lilly. And Lilly is able to get the ball across. He carried it over, but they don't call it. He goes right to the rim, a lot of contact, and they'll call a turnover.
I don't agree with him bringing it up.
Well, once he got across,
should have stopped.
He should have pulled it up.
Or I'd have called a timeout.
Yeah.
I would have made him
we
stop.
Watched the play. And actually, I think he got away with the carry right there at midcourt.
He carried it at midcourt.
So a minute and a half remaining here in regulation. Independence down 4 with the ball. Here's Connor James with it. They try to go back door. They go Gordon down low in the post. He puts the shot up the glass. It's too strong. And Lilly clears the rebound. Bailey has it. He's circling back in the backcourt, able to give the ball to Hall. And now you got to be strong with the ball. That ball is kicked with 1:05 remaining in regulation. And Shady will have to get the ball in now. That's one of the toughest things to do.
Yeah, especially the sideline out of bounds right here. I don't know why, unless you throw it in the backcourt.
The ball was deflected.
It was.
And no time came off the clock. Tough place to get it in, and they finally do get it in. Here's Bailey with it. Bailey will attack the basket, try to get the ball down low to Adams, and they throw it away. We're under a minute. Here's Gordon in the front court. James attacks the basket, gets to the rim, lays it up. It won't go. Shady with the baseball pass, something you probably don't need. Probably just need to hold on to the ball. You got a 4-point lead.
Guard. You need to give it to a guard.
Yeah, to Bailey. Just hold the ball. Independence has got a foul. Hall's got it now. Independence has got a foul, and now they do.
And they have to foul again.
Yes, and they'll have to foul again. And that foul is on Byers, and he's fouled out of the ball game.
Oh, yeah, that's big.
But once Independence got the lead, Eric, they just came apart at the seams. They were up 30-15 with 2:10 left in the third quarter. So you're talking about in 8+ minutes, they've scored 2 points.
Yeah. And you know what? And it's the flip side of what happened to Shady in the second quarter. From the end of the
That's right.
first into the second.
We'll keep it here, a 30-second timeout. And let you know that the game tonight brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road, and Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night. You can dial them up at 304-253-7328 to make your reservations. Also, the game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet, located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Well, 33 seconds remaining here in regulation, Maddie and Eric. And the first thing, you got to get the ball in if you're Shady.
Yeah, the first thing you got to get it in. And you don't want to get it in to anyone but a guard. I mean, you want to get it in, but I have to get it to Bailey.
Bailey or Hall. Right. Bailey or Hall.
I would actually have the big man, Lilly, taking it out.
Well, they're going to have Bailey take it out because they trust him to make a good pass.
True.
And they're going to try to get the ball to Hall. But Independence has got to foul one more time if they don't get the steal here with 33 seconds left in regulation. And they turn it over. And they commit a foul. Yep. So, they got the ball to Lilly, and he fumbled the ball, which he's had an issue all night long of hanging on to the ball. He fumbled away, and then a foul.
But that's actually a good foul.
Yeah,
if you're
after
Shady.
You turn it over because
you stop transition.
Yeah, because it's the fourth foul. It's not a shooting foul.
Well, it's only the third foul. They're
okay.
leading.
Actually, I was thinking it should be a fourth foul because the 3 was on there and it never changed it. But nevertheless, here's Independence with it. 24 seconds remaining. They got to go quick. They're looking for Gordon.
But see, they're trying to force
right,
it to Gordon.
And it's turned over. Here's Lilly, does the smart play. Lilly with the steal over to Bailey. And Bailey just needs to hang on to the ball and draw the foul, and he will, and he'll get to the line to try to seal the deal. So, Eric, you look at this. Independence, the best team all year. They beat Shady twice in the regular season, 17-1. They had a 30-15 lead with 2:10 left in the third quarter, and Shady's come all the way back and looks like they're going to win the game.
So I'm going to undo the curse. Up to this point, Bailey is 4 of 4.
I was about to say.
He's 4 of 4, but I am confident he will step up and knock these down.
And the first one is nothing but net.
I was going to say, if you're Independence, I don't know if Bailey's the one you want to foul.
Exactly right. And he was smart dribbling around.
And if he makes this, you don't need to foul. You just get back and let him shoot. What a tremendous comeback as the free throw's good. Wow. A huge comeback. Here's Gordon, crosses the midcourt stripe. They can just let him go. He'll dial up a three. It won't go, and Shady's going to win. Congratulations, as Shady has defeated Independence to win the boys middle school championship game, 38-32. And Maddie and Eric, Independence, with all the firepower that they have, they went 8 minutes and 10 seconds with only 2 points. Over an 8-minute, 10-second span, they only scored 2 points, and Shady comes all the way back and defeats them 38-32. Wow. We got to take our breath as Shady gets the sweep from Raleigh County. They win the girls' championship for the second straight year, and now they win the boys' title. We got to catch our collective breaths. We'll take a break and come back with the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show coming up next on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Seconds on the clock. He hands it off. Finds a hole in the middle. Clear. Nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza. Better with Pepsi.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Well, we caught our breaths, and now we're back here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. What a finish, what a game, as the Shady Spring Tigers complete the sweep. They win in the girls' middle school championship game here in Raleigh County, and now what a tremendous comeback as Shady pulls off a huge rally, and they defeat Independence in the boys' middle school championship game. Final score 38-32. But how the game got started was nip and tuck before Shady got on a 5-0 run to take an 11-6 lead at the end of the quarter. But then Independence got hot, and they flipped the script on Shady, and Independence owned the quarter to go up 17-13 at the break, and then build into the third quarter a huge lead, which was the biggest lead of the game, at 30-15 at the 2:10 mark of the third quarter. But Eric and Maddie, from that point, with 2:10 left in the third, in the 6 minutes you played in the fourth, so over 8:10, which was left in the game, Shady Middle outscored Independence Middle 23-2 to come all the way back to win the ball game 38-32. And that's why, Maddie, you hear it all the time. It ain't never over till it's over.
Exactly.
You got to keep playing, and you got to give credit to Shady. But as high-powered as an offense as Independence has, with all the options that they have, it was amazing to me that they only made 2 points over the final 8 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's like we talk about. It just goes to show you every minute in a game counts. Don't count any minute out. But, yeah, like you said, I mean, I think it's just hats off to Shady for being able to hold Independence to 2 points in the last quarter. I think that just showed their hustle and, their defense on how they played Independence in that last quarter.
And, Eric, I think something that you had said earlier, I know you said it to me off camera, off mic, and you may have said it during the broadcast, but I thought, especially when Shady started their comeback, the pressure was on Independence, and it looked like they tightened up in the fourth quarter, and Shady played loose, and they were able to get to the rim. Shots that they didn't make earlier, they were able to attack the rim and then make them in the fourth quarter.
Well, let's face it, Independence had their chance to really put them away.
Right.
Shady was missing a lot of layups and their body language. But I have to give a shout-out to Jace Bailey. The young man not only led the way, making all his free throws, but he played defense so tough on Isaiah Gordon. I mean, he held him to 12 points.
And Gordon was averaging 24 a game. Yeah.
And it took a big third quarter for him to get that 12. I mean, it was, and he forced him in to start pressing. I thought Independence tightened up once Shady took the lead, and it was over from there.
All right, we're going to take our final break. We'll come back. We'll go inside the numbers. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo!
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckman. We won't be beat.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rota.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center as we put the final touches on this thrilling come-from-behind victory for Shady as the Shady boys team win the middle school title game 38-32. And We're going to go inside the numbers, but before we do, 38-32 the final score. It was 30-15 with 2:10 left in the third quarter. Independence was ahead, and over the last 8 minutes and 10 seconds, Shady outscores Independence 23-2 to win the ball game, 38-32. We're going to go inside the numbers, but Eric, I know those are really the big numbers, but
Yes.
you have all the other numbers that help make up that 23-2 run. And inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West
This
Virginia.
high-powered Independence offense was stifled, Maris. They were led tonight in scoring by Isaiah Gordon, but a big blow late in the fourth quarter when KJ Vires, who had 11 points, fouled out, and the tide really turned. The only other guys to step up was Connor James with 6 and Tristan Likens with 3. On the flip side, Shady had a lot of balance. They had 12 points by Jace Lilly, was led by Jace Lilly. Jalen Hall had 9. Braylon Davis 2. Mason Adams 2. And your tournament MVP, Jace Bailey, who I think is well-deserved. He had 10 points, Maris, but he did a lot of good things defensively and confronting the offense and handling the Independence pressure. Was 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and when it was 30-15, the game isn't over, but the way the game was being played to that point, I don't think anybody in this building probably thought that Shady would be able to come back and win because you just didn't see it up to that point. But from that point on, the 2:10 mark, Eric and Maddie, you just can't – sometimes you can't figure sports out how a team as talented as Independence, how they were only able to score 2 points over the final 8-10, and they end up losing by 6.
Yeah, that's just, congratulations to Shady, and I know that's really heartbreaking for Independence because, I think you guys could agree. Everyone at halftime maybe thought that Independence had it sealed, if not really close. And, it just goes to show how much Shady, really hustled and really just, pushed for it. And, they were rewarded in the end. And, my congratulations goes to both teams.
I just think it boils down. This is my last assessment. I think Independence succumbed to the pressure.
I think so, too.
I think pressure in the end caught up with them, and they were coasting. But when it got tight, Shady was able to take the lead. Independence kind of folded tent, forced a lot of things, forced a couple of shots that they shouldn't have taken instead of running their offense. And hats off to Shady.
I would agree with that. When Shady started coming back, and you're right, Eric, when they took the lead, I thought Independence had a lot of stagnant possessions and able only to score 2 points. But that'll do it from here as we wrap it up. Congratulations to Shady Spring Middle School. They win the girls Raleigh County basketball championship, and then they also pull off a miraculous comeback to win the boys Raleigh County basketball championship.
And coupled with the Independence high school girls winning the battle in region play, Shady was able to do the count.
They were able to win 2-1, and they won. They won a couple of championships here, but Independence girls on the high school level, will move on. Shady's been eliminated. But anyway, we appreciate our crew. They've been here. It's been a long day. We started back most of I think the heavy hitter's been here probably at least since 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's probably past his bedtime. I know it's past mine. We appreciate all the hard work that Nick Eskins does, not just tonight but every night. And the heavy hitter, once again, that's why we call him the heavy hitter, because he is that. Also, our camera people, we appreciate Jackie Moon and Cameron Ball. They do a great job. And for my 2 sidekicks, for the better-looking one, for Maddie Belcher, and for my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Congratulations to the Shady Boys Middle School team. They rallied and defeated Independence 38-32. Good night, everybody.